Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Cook able to escape. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On second down, Cook. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. keep them to short gains.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore, 76 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
2nd and 11. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Cook following the penalty. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Touchdown, Carolina! A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Nwangu now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here at Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right? And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown Panthers. A big play there. With touchdown number 27. That ties Priest-Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. He'll drop to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Out of the gun now on third down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brian Burns, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. They'll set up a throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. 21-0 our score after one. Second and 5. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Give to Cook out of the gun. Cook with a first down and much more. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I wanted to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Wilson. again, he finds more. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. This offense, Charles, well, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 with a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, it was something like 4 of their last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? Matt Rule, a risk taker in college, going for it. 4th down. Here's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. He'll dump this off to Cook. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll give it up to McCaffrey, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Panthers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Left side, Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain. His guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh? To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's taken on the 25. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat?
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And got his man, complete.
They ain't ready for us.
Touchdown. A great play there. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
They'll throw now on the final play. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And some room to work. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a give running right. It's Cook. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL.
Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll drop to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they able to give up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This is McCaffrey on the give, and he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
McCaffrey following the penalty. Powerful running. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They run it again with Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Singletary, they'll run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. They go play action with Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Panthers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Cook. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Second and 15.
Again, it's Cook.
87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Back to throw here. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. DJ Jones coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Stings big time there, wipes away a very good return.
And they work on it so hard because the goal is give yourself some space for your offense to really work. Try and gain an additional 1st down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man. Complete. 30. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Panthers. A big play there. Ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year.
And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
No gain on the play there, second down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
19 tight. Nice 13. He's coming. Check in. Touchdown, defense. 25.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook dancing away at the 35. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Nice 13. He's coming. Check in. Pick it up. Mustang 19. Check. Fresno. No. Off. Under 10. Under 19.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through three quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Mike 14. Hey, let's get in them holes.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On second down, it's Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. They're going to look to throw. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And some room to maneuver.
That's right, baby.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown This thing is ugly. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
Well, partner, I'm going to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.